A metric most people miss the meaning in this poem, and so Jules here filled in the gaps. Look at that comment count. So I'm sure you've heard the poem, but did you understand it this way?
Or quote or saying or whatever that's like, if you grew up with an angry man in your house, there will always be an angry man in your house. And some of you are like, no, my boyfriend is calm and patient and peaceful and he never yells and he never... You're the angry man.
I noticed a lot of people that were hit by that. Like, not jokingly in the comments, upset. But for anybody that's the case with, I have something for you that could really help. I mean complete 180. It changed everything for me. Wait. I know a lot of people see anime and they run. I promise this tracks. Listen, it is not hyperbole when I say I'm about to break down to you what is possibly the greatest visual metaphor of parental childhood wounds and how to deal with them. As I break this down, think of yourself and your family. In this show, superpowers are genetic mutations, and they can be passed down through bloodlines. This specific character got 2 powers, the power of ice from his mom and the power to control flames from his dad. Stay with me, it's worth it, I promise. In childhood, his dad was very, trigger warning, the A word, to the point where it put his mom in the hospital and gave him that scar. But remember, he gets half of his powers from his dad. And so when he grew up, he based his whole persona around just his ice side, refusing to use the other side because it's his dad's power, right? Well, one day comes for a tournament and he has to fight the main character of the show. But he's only using his ice side the entire time. And this pisses the main character off. He's like, fight me with your full strength, stop holding back. And he tells him what he's told himself 1,000,000 times. I will never use his power. And I'm not afraid to admit, I shed actual tears at this next part. And like a guttural scream, he says, it's your power, isn't it? And he stands there completely devastated for a second as it sinks in. But as soon as he gets it, he lights up. And from then on, he could show up as his whole self. We can't control the situation we're born into, that's undeniable. Nor what generational trauma might make up the actual fibers of our being. But just because members of your lineage may have used parts and traits that you have now inherited in a way that was overtly destructive or damaging, that doesn't define you or the trait. Their embodiment of it is but an interpretation. If you just give yourself a second and look closer at that part of yourself that you so loathe, I guarantee you'll find that that fire that you have that reminds you of your dad is actually just energy. And you'll find that it can be transmuted in many ways. Don't get me wrong, it still might take a second for you to get it. You're so used to your family's interpretation after all. But I promise this is true. That same fire he used to burn you can keep your kids warm. I hope you don't mind if I'm a little vulnerable here, but during my childhood, an adult had an alcohol problem around me. And when they'd have that problem, I would just let them talk my ear off. And so I unconsciously picked up the yap ability. I talk too much. I've been told it my whole life. But once I understood this, I was like, oh, and you can see how I chose to direct that energy.